Well, welcome to another Minecraft video. In this one we're going to be looking at triangles and carpets and sponges. And those are just the weird terms they give these things. I obviously had a lot of time on my hands. As you see here, this is the Sierpinski triangle. I think that's what it's called. There's a lot more in here. I haven't really used it much. These are just old recordings I made. The Sierpinski gasket, or the Sierpinski sleeve, is a fractal. It's a fixed set. Don't know what that means, just reading it off the page, to be honest, but you know, you need filler, even though the video is essentially the same damn thing over and over again. That's why I'll try to move on to something a little more interesting. It's a mathematically generated pattern that can be reproduced at any magnification or reduction, and it's named after a Polish mathematician, Wacław Sierpinski. Okay, that's about all you really need to know. It's not complicated. It's like everybody has their own little pyramid, and once you get enough, somebody else rests on top. And they're built out of little pyramids too. And it's a definition of hierarchy. One's just a 3D representation of what's could be a two-dimensional repeating pattern, and then it builds out from there. Yeah, I don't have much of a vocabulary when it comes to these sorts of things. Just kind of pass my time. It's part of a Cantor set. Another would be the Cantor dust. This is more of a generalization. You see, the technique of subdividing a shape into smaller copies of itself, removing one or more copies, and continuing recursively can be extended to other shapes. It sometimes gets difficult to fill the air with the sound of my voice. Not really good with this YouTube shit, because this is pretty much all it is. Just a whole bunch of repeating carpal tunnel inducing deep vein thrombosis. It's not good for you, but it was fun. I like the coloring mostly. That was the important part. As boring as it was, I wanted to make sure there was some nice shading to give it some depth, some decoration. You can see it from all different sorts of angles, and just fly through and over and in and out. It's pretty. I do like this game. Like I said, it's like Legos. You know, just fly your way through all these different patterns. And the nice thing about this Menger sponge is when you slice it in half, you get, what would that be called? Let me just find it here. The cross-section of a Menger sponge through its centroid and perpendicular to a space diagonal has six-fold symmetry containing hexagrams. And so you try to line them out with the little lights here, and it gives you a really good pattern. Looks like it was just big enough to give those star patterns detail, so I could get at least, what is that, 1, 2, 3, 4 iterations. It's hard to tell since I'm not actually watching the video right now, I'm just talking to myself. I'll edit it later, you know. I'm just glad that the cat wasn't meowing this time. Although the fridge is 2 feet away from me and the compressor's going, so